Hello all, today we are going to perform the experiment to design and compare the performance of microwave dipole antennas of the length 2 lambda, lambda, lambda by 2 and a lambda by 4. So let us design it for the frequency of 500 megahertz. So if I take the frequency of 500 megahertz, my lambda here will be C by F, which is nothing but the 3 into 10 raised to 8 divided by, I can say, 500 megahertz is 500 into 10 raised to 6, which comes 0.6, I can say, meters, which is nothing but the 60 centimeters. So if I talk about the length 2 lambda, so my lambda, I'll talk one by one about each and every antenna. So the antenna length 2 lambda, this means this is the feed point, this will be nothing but the length, which is right now nothing but the lambda. Okay, so this is lambda. So if I'm talking about the total antenna length 2 lambda, each element over here is nothing but the length of lambda, and right now I can see here my lambda is 60 centimeter. I can see my lambda is 60 centimeter, and that's why if you talk about the 2 lambda, I can say this length must be 60 centimeter and this length must be a 60 centimeters. So this is all about the 2 lambda, which is not possible for us to design in the labs, otherwise to do it in the lab, as the length will be 120 centimeter over here. So here this is the design of 2 lambda. When I talk about the antenna of the length lambda, I can say the length, or if I say this is nothing but the feed point of this particular antenna, and the complete length of this antenna, if you consider, is nothing but the lambda. This element must be of a lambda by 2, this element must be a lambda by 2. So we know that lambda by 2 is nothing but the lambda is 60, so this will be, I can say, 30 centimeter, and this element will be the 30 centimeter. So this is nothing but the how you're going to design the lambda length antenna. The next antenna is nothing but the length of lambda by 2 antenna. So whenever I'm going to design this kind of the antenna, I can say the complete length must be the lambda by 2. So this will be the lambda by 4, this will be the lambda by 4. So here I can say this length lambda by 4 means 15 centimeter, and this length will also be a 15 centimeter. So this is the length lambda by 2 antenna. Next antenna is nothing but the antenna which will have the length of, we can say, lambda by 4. So when you're talking about the lambda by 4 antenna, this element will have the length of lambda by 8, and this will have the lambda by 8. So here I can say this particular complete element will be of a 7.5 centimeter, and this element will be the 7.5 centimeter. Now as you have designed each and every antenna, you must understand what will be the far field region. So here the far field region, if I am considering D is the far field region, must be greater than the Fraunhofer distance. So I'll denote this as the dr. So we must understand what is the Fraunhofer distance for each and every antenna. So let us talk about the Fraunhofer distance, and we'll keep our receiving antenna in the far field region. So we'll talk about the first antenna, which is nothing but the lambda by 4 antenna. Otherwise we can go with the 2 lambda antenna first, and then we can go for the another antennas. Okay, so here if I'm talking about the antenna, so here I can say the far field regions. Okay, so first antenna is the length of 2 lambda. This antenna length is nothing but the 60 into 2, that is 120 centimeter antenna. Now let us calculate the far field region for this antenna. So first Fraunhofer distance 2d square by lambda. So d is nothing but the dimension of that antenna. As we know, the dimension of this antenna is nothing but the 60 into 2. Okay, so if I'm talking about the antenna which is of the 2 lambda, my antenna will have the total length here is nothing but the twice of this particular, so 120. So I can say this is nothing but the d square, so 1.2 square divided by, I can say, the lambda is nothing but the 0.6. So here if you are going for this particular, as we are not going to design this particular antenna, let us concentrate how we can calculate this particular thing. So here 2 into 1.2 square divided by 0.6. So this is nothing but the 4.8. I can say these things comes into the meter. So 4.8 meters, which is nothing but the into 100, 480 centimeters. So as we are not dealing with this antenna, we just calculate this particular. Now next antenna is nothing but the of length lambda, which is nothing but the, you can say, 60 centimeter. So df, or the Fraunhofer distance, your df is equal to 2 d square by lambda. So 2 dimension is 0.6 square divided by lambda is 0.6, it comes 120 centimeter. So your far field region, or you must place your receiving antenna greater than 120 centimeters. So this is for the length lambda. Now let us do it for the lambda by 2 and lambda by 4 also. So far field region for the length lambda by 2, it will be 30 centimeter. So df is equal to 2d square by lambda. So 2, now this is 30 means 0.3 square divided by 0.6, which comes a 30 centimeter. So I can say my far field region, so here far field region must be greater than 30 centimeter. You should place your antenna more than 30 centimeter length. Okay, now next one is nothing but the lambda by 4. So L is equal to lambda by 4. So if this is the lambda by 4, I can say for the lambda by 4 I have a I can say this dimension is nothing but the 15 centimeter. So here df is equal to 2.15 square divided by 0.6, which comes 0.075 meters, which is 7.5 centimeters. So my far field region is greater than 7.5 centimeter. And now as we have calculated the far field region and we have designed the antennas, let us perform the experiment for this one.
Till now we have seen how to design the antennas when you know the wavelength of that particular frequency. Now we have designed the antennas for the wavelengths of lambda by 4, lambda by 2, we can say lambda and a 2 lambda. Now here we can see we have designed the antenna of a lambda by 4 for 500 megahertz. So let us see the setup, what is there in this particular experiment. So let us start with the transmitter kind of thing. So this is nothing but the transmitter, whereas you can see this is the antenna transmit, or you can say antenna training lamp transmitter 80 S20 model, whereas we are giving the 500 megahertz of a frequency for that particular transmitting antenna. So you can see here your RF out comes from this particular knob, or you can take the output from this particular cable, and you are giving this particular input to the lambda by 4 dipole antenna. So this is our transmitting antenna, and we know that for the 500 megahertz this particular must be lambda by 4 must be 15 centimeter. So here if I measure this particular length, this is nothing but the 7.5, and similarly there will be the 7.5. So this is the 15 centimeter of lambda by 4 antenna for 500 megahertz of a frequency. We are transmitting that particular power. This is nothing but the stepper motor controller, where we are going to rotate this antenna with the span of 10 degrees, and I have set it on the manual. Whenever we are going to do the experiment, we'll make it automatic, so it will automatically rotate with the span of a 10 degrees. So our theta here is nothing but the 10 degrees. So this is nothing but the controller which controls the rotation of our antenna. This is nothing but the receiving antenna. Now you can, this is only the receiver power measurement, we can say the display, whereas this is connected to the receiving antenna. Now you can see here the antenna, receiving antenna is the folded dipole antenna with the same dimensions, and the output is given here. Here this is nothing but the RF cable or RF pin which is given to the receiver antenna. So here the receiving antenna, this is the cable which is given to the RF in here. As our frequency is in the 48 to 860 megahertz range, our frequency is 500 megahertz, so it is given here. Now you can see here on the display, you can see the 500 megahertz frequency same as the transmitting antenna frequency, so both the frequencies must be same. If your transmitting antenna frequency is 700 and you are receiving at the 500, you are not going to get anything here. So here you are controlling it manually, and you are receiving the power over here. Now if you see the orientation of our transmitting antenna, see the upward in the upward direction, this is the transmitting antenna, and this is nothing but the receiving antenna. Both are parallel to each other means our theta right now is nothing but the 0 degree. So whatever power I am receiving right now is nothing but the theta 0 degree. So here I am receiving the power at theta is equal to 0 degree, that is nothing but then my power is measured in the dB mu. So here my power for theta is equal to 0 degree. I am noting down the readings, that is 58 point, I can say I'm observing it 58.9 dB mu. So here now what I am going to do, I am going to rotate this antenna with this particular rotor section. So I am just trying to give you the both the things. Is it possible to see both the things right now? Yes, it is possible. So I am going through the menu kind of things. Here I am going with the span of 10 degree. I am going to do it, I can say enter here menu, I can say span, I will say manual. I am making it auto, as it will automatically rotate with the rotation of a 10 degree angle, and I am entering it one. And now I have taken the reading for the 0 degree. Now it will rotate. Now you can see here our antenna is rotated by 10 degree ka difference, and I am noting that readings. Here we can see that our position is at 0 degree, and if you will see the transmitting antenna and our receiving antenna here, both are parallel to each other. So I can say this theta is nothing but the 0 degree. So for the 0 degree here I can receive or I can measure the power in the receiver section. So here I can see that my for 0 degree I am getting 59.5 dB mu. So I am writing this particular for 59, or you can say here the power you can see near about 60 dB. So I can write here with the angles. So I can see here both the things over here. So my angle is 0 degree and my received power is nothing but the 59 point near about 8 dB. So here I am rotating my particular antenna with the 10 degree position. So here for 10 degree my antenna is rotated now with the 10 degrees. And I can measure here my power received is nothing but the 60.1 dB mu. So again I am going to rotate it with the span of 10 degrees. So here again up for 20 degree I will measure the power. So it will be 59.5, or I can say 59.3 dB mu. So you can see here for 20 degree I am getting 59.3. Again I am going to rotate it with the 10 more degrees. So here I can see for 30 degree I am getting it 58.8 dB mu. Okay. Next one is nothing but the again with the 40 degree. I am getting it 57.6 or 7, I can write this is 47.7 dB. Again for 50 dB, 50 degree I can say for the 50 degree I am getting it 56.8 dB. So 56.8 dB. Again for 60 degree. It is 54, or I can say 55.2 dB. So 55.2 dB. As the angle or as the rotation changes, you can see there is a change in the power of the receiving antenna. So here I can see right now at 70 degree I am getting it 52.9 dB mu or 53. So final reading I am getting 53, that's why I am writing here 53. Again I am rotating with the 10 more degrees. So for 80 degree you can see the power is changing, and for 80 degree I am getting 49.3 dB mu. Okay, so here I have written 48.9. Again I am increasing 10 degrees more. So for 90 degree I am getting a laser power. You can see as previously we have received 60 dB and right now I am getting a 42.1 dB. So 40, I can see here the power is more decreasing over here for 90 degrees, and the power which I am getting right now is nothing but the 43.3 dB. So I am writing here 43.3 dB. Okay, again I am rotating my antenna with 10 more degrees. For the 100 degree I am getting the power which is nothing but the 41.9 dB. Again 10 more degrees. So the received power is 44 point, I can see here it is 43 point near about. Now it is 47. So I am writing here a 47, that is increased power I am observing. Again I am getting it for the 120 degree. So for 120 degree, it is 52. I can see here it is 51.9, near about 52. So I am writing it here as a 52. Again 10 degrees more. For 130 degree I am getting it 54.3 near about, और 54.4. ठीक है, 10 more degrees up. So for 140 degree I am getting right now it's 56.1. ठीक है, 10 more degrees up. So for 160 degree I am getting my power 57.3 dB. So I am writing 57.3 dBs. Again 10 degrees more up. For 160 degree the antenna is rotated and I am getting 58.3 dBs. One more reading for 10 degrees up. 170 degree के लिए we'll take another reading right now, which is nothing but the 59.3 dB. So it's 59.1 dB finally. So I'm writing here. Next reading is again up reading for 180 degree. So antenna is rotated again through the 10 degrees. My received power is now 60 dB. Or I can say it's a 59.8 dB. Again up reading for 190 degree. So for 190 degree I am getting the reading here. If you see, my reading is right now 60 dB. So I am writing it as a 60 dB. 60.3 dB where I got the maximum. Again I am rotating it with the 10 degrees more. The reading will be for 200. My received power is, you can see that 60.4 dB. Up it is for 210. Receiving the power 60.3 dB. 220 degree. For 220 degree I am getting right 59.8. We'll go quickly now. 230. For 230 it's 59. Sorry, it's rotating. So for 230 I am getting it 59. Again 240. It's 58 or 57.9 will be okay. So final I have got the 57.8, that's why I have written 58.7. Next is for 250 I am getting. So for angle 250 my antenna is rotating and I am getting the reading 56.2 dB. It's for 250 and again for 260. it's 53.7 I can see. So it's 53.7. Again one more reading, 270. So for 270 you can see here the minimum power observed here, that is 47 dB, yeah, 46.9. I can see the 47.1 minimum, so I'll write a 47 will be okay. 270. So again up reading 280. For the 280 degrees I'm getting very less reading I'm getting here, that is 33.8 or 7. So we'll wait till it stabilizes. So it is not stable, so I'm reading here 33.5 as I'm getting it for the maximum times. Now 290 degree. So for 290 degree, you can see the change in the power, received power over here, so which is nothing but the 47 or 48.7. Next reading is for 300. Which is 54.3. For 310, I am getting it 56.1 or 6 I am getting right now. So final reading I'll read 6. 320 के लिए will take another reading. It's 57 or it's 58.1. 330 degree. So I'm getting here 59.2. And then for 340, it's 59 or you can say the 60 dB. 350, .4, and the last reading is for 360 degree, which is nothing but the 60.7 dB. So here if you will see on the paper, I have taken all the readings. I have found that for 0 and 10 degree I got a 60 dB power. For 90 degree my power decreases. Okay? For 180 degree you can see the power increased up to 60 dB, and again at 270 degree it decreases, and again at 360 degree it is increased to 60.7 dB. Now we'll take the readings for lambda by 2 antenna. Here you can see that my transmitting antenna is right now double in the length. So this antenna is now lambda by 2 antenna, and this is the dipole antenna. We have given the 500 megahertz frequency to each and this antenna, whereas we know that lambda is nothing but the, you can say, the 60 centimeter. So here when lambda by 2 antenna comes into picture, the total length must be 30 centimeter, that I have adjusted. Similarly my receiving antenna is also adjusted with the same length. Now we'll do same thing as we have seen in the previous practical, that will rotate our transmitting antenna, and then we are going to receive the power for different thetas. So here I am setting this, you can say the settings. So whereas I am going in the menu, the position is 0, I am doing it automatically so the faster readings can be taken. So I can say here, and so I'll say here, sorry, menu position, manual की जगह पे आप इसको automatic करेंगे, and I'll say enter. So my antenna right now is nothing but at a 0 degree. Both the antennas are parallel to each other. So when I set this particular thing into auto degree, these antennas will be rotated with automatically with the 10 degrees of a difference. So for 10 degrees I am getting 65.8. So you can see the readings for position 40 I am getting 63. For 50 I am getting 60. For 60 I am getting 57. For 70 I am getting 56. For 80 I am getting 51. For 90 I am getting 46. For 100 I am getting 23. For 110 I am getting 46. For 120 I am getting 52. For 130 I am getting 55. 140 I am getting 57. 150 I am getting 59. 160 I am getting 62. 170 I am getting 63. And 180 I am getting near about 64. 190 I am getting 64.6. 200 64.4. 210 64.5. 220 it's 64.4. 230 63.6. 240 I am getting 61.9. 250 I am getting 60.3. 260 I am getting 57. 270 56. 280 44. 290 it's 45. 300 you can see it's 54. 310 it's 58.6. 320 I am getting it 61. 330 it's 62.7. 340 it's 63.9. 350 it's 64.8. And 360 I'm getting the 65 dB. So we have taken all the readings for this particular, you can say, antenna. Now next one will take it for the antenna length lambda. So let us see that readings over there. You can see my transmitting antenna is complete. You can say this is the 30 centimeter, this is the 30 centimeter, total 60 centimeter, and this is the lambda for 500 megahertz. Similarly, my receiving antenna is also having a 60 centimeter of length, 30 centimeter here and a 30 centimeter here. Both are parallel to each other. Means right now my you can say the angle is 0 degree. So here again we will take all the readings as we have taken it for lambda by 4, lambda by 2. So let us see what kind of the readings we are observing over here. So similarly we need to reset the things which we have done previously. So menu, I am putting it in the menu and I am going for the reset kind of thing. So as I am resetting the things. So here I can say the position is 0 degree, span is 10 degree manually. You can say other, what we will do here in this case to have faster readings, will make it in the auto mode. So here I am keeping it in the auto mode. So here this antenna is a lambda length. So my antenna will rotate right now with the automatically with the span of 10 degrees. Okay? So right now it's a 10 degree. So for 10 degree I am observing a 54.30. It's 55. 40. 53. 50, 50. For 60 I am observing it 46. For 70 degree I am observing it 41. For 80 it's 37. For 90 it is 36. For 100 it is 35.3. 110 it's 38.4. 120 it's 39. 130 it is 36.6. 140 it is 32.4. 150 it is 34. 160 it is 41. 170 it is 46. 180 it is 50.6. 190 it's 52.9. 200 53.7. 210 53.1. 220 it's 51.3. 230 it's 48. 240 it is 43. 250, it is 41.9. 260, it is 42.4. 270, I am observing it 40. 280, it's 39.1. 290, 42.9. 300, 44.3. 310, 43.3. 320, it's 39.5. 330, it's 30.5. 340, it's 40.5. 350, it is 47.5. And 360 is the last reading, whereas we are observing it as a 51 dB. So here we have taken all the readings for the length of the lambda. Okay. So these are the readings. If you observe these readings, again the maximum for 0 degree, minimum for 90 degree, again 180 degree, you will get maximum value. 270 के लिए वापस से कम हो रहा है और 360 के लिए you are getting the maximum value.
Now we have performed the experiment and we have seen what powers we are getting at what particular angle. What we have done in this particular experiment, we have normalized all that things, that we have calculated the gain and we have divided that gain with the maximum gain. So our values falls in between 0 to 1. So this is for lambda by 4. Then we have plotted all that values on this particular, we can say, the polar plot, where you can see here our angle varies from here, you can say the 0 degree, 10 degree and all that things. And then we have calculated the beam width over there. So we have come, as this is the normalized pattern, I can say 0.707 into the maximum value, that is 1.707, I'll get the half power beam width. So if I calculate the half power beam width for this particular lambda by 4 antenna, I have got this half power beam width is nothing but the 170 degree. So I have got it 170 degree for, I can say, half lambda by 4 antenna. Then we have calculated the same things for lambda by 2 antenna, and then we have found out that the radiation pattern comes like this. So if I see the radiation pattern for this one, I have got this kind of the radiation pattern, and a half power beam width which I have observed here is nothing but the 165 degree. So I have noted all these particular values. Next one is nothing but the dipole transmitter and a folded dipole receiver, where the length is nothing but the lambda. In all cases we are having a transmitter as a dipole and receiver as a folded dipole. We have normalized the things, then we have plotted the radiation pattern, and we have come 0.707 to that particular maximum gain, and we have measured this half power beam width here and here. We have observed that that is nothing but the 90 degrees. So we have noted all that values, and then we are going to calculate the approximate directivity based on the beam area. So let us do it for the lambda by 4 antenna first. So dipole antenna of length lambda by 4. So here if I am going for this particular calculations, I need to understand what is the beam area here. So for this particular, I'll calculate the beam area, which is nothing but the ohm A, which theta degree HP, 5 degree HP. If you know one of the half power beam width will be okay. So here the half power beam width for this particular antenna lambda by 4, we have observed 170 degree. So beam area is 170 degree into 170 degree. So first for this I'll write the half power beam width is equal to 170 degree. So here whatever values I have observed is nothing but the 28900. So if you got the, you can say, the beam area ohm A, I can calculate the approximate directivity. So whenever calculating the approximate directivity, here this unit is a steradian. So approximate directivity here will be D is equal to, I can say, 41253 square degree divided by beam area. So if you calculate this particular value, it comes to, I can say, 41253 square degree divided by 28900, which comes 1.43. So here if I have got the directivity 1.43, I can go for the gain. So how to calculate the gain for this particular antenna? So gain, assume that efficiency of your antenna is 90%. So K is equal to 0.9. So if you calculate for this one, G is equal to, you can say, 0.9 into 1.43. So I have got here gain is equal to 1.28. So I can say I have got some values over there for this particular lambda by 4 antenna. I'll note down that value. So I have got half power beamwidth 170 degree. I have got approximate directivity 1.743 and I have got this gain 1.28. ठीक है, so I have noted down that values. Now the next one is nothing but the, I'm assuming the next antenna, which is nothing but the dipole antenna of length lambda by 2. So here let us calculate it for lambda by 2 and then we'll compare all these three antennas. ठीक है, so dipole antenna of length lambda by 2. So here we have observed that half power beamwidth is nothing but the, for this antenna is 165. So here 165 degrees. So how I can calculate the beam area for this antenna? So here I can say the beam area is equal to 5 and theta half power beamwidth. If you know this one value will be okay, you can assume another is the same one. So it comes 165 into 165. So my beam area here is nothing but the 27225. So I have calculated the beam area. Now next value which I am going to calculate here is nothing but the approximate directivity. So if I am going for the approximate directivity, this D is calculated by 41253 square degree divided by ohm A. So here 41253 square degree divided by 27225, which comes right now here for the antenna of lambda by 2 is 1.51. So I will note down this one. This is 1.51. So directivity is 1.51. So we have got the approximate directivity. We can calculate the gain here. So how we can calculate the gain? So gain G is equal to K into T. So assume my antenna is 90% efficient. So K is equal to 0.9. So I can say 0.9 into 1.51. G comes here 1.36. You can further convert it into the dBs will be okay. So these are nothing but the values for the lambda by 2 antenna. So I'll write down all these values in my tabular form, whereas I have already noted for the lambda by 4 antenna. So this is nothing but the directivity is 1.51, my gain is 1.36. So I have noted down these values. Now the one more antenna is left, which is nothing but the dipole antenna of length lambda. So let us do the calculation for that one. So dipole antenna of length lambda. Now here we have observed that half power beam width for this antenna is the 90 degree. Now let us calculate the beam area here. So beam area is equal to theta half power 5 half power, whereas we can see the 90 into 19 degrees 1800 and the unit will be the steradian. So ohm A or the beam area you can say 1800 steradian. So I am assuming this is my beam area. So I have calculated the beam area. Now to understand the directivity, I need this particular beam area. So directivity, now this directivity is nothing but the approximate directivity. So you can calculate D is equal to ohm, I can say 41253 square degree divided by ohm A, which is nothing but the beam area. So if you put all these values over here for this antenna, you can write 41253 square degree divided by 8100. Sorry, this will be the 8100. So 8100. So this directivity comes over here is nothing but the 5.09. So I'll mention this 5.09. Okay. Now the next one is nothing but the gain. How we are going to calculate if we know the directivity? Now we need to assume the gain efficiency of an antenna. So for gain I can say G is equal to K into D. So I'm assuming if K is equal to 0.9, G is equal to 0.9 into 5.09, which is nothing but the 4.58. So I can write here my gain of this antenna is nothing but the 4.58. This is not in the dBs right now. Okay, we can convert it into the dBs. Now I'll write all these things in my tabular form, where I have already written some of the values over there. So here I have got the half power beam width as a 90 degree. Then I have got the approximate directivity here 5.09. I have got the gain here as 4.58. So this is nothing but the how we have got the values for three antenna comparison. So first is the lambda by 4, lambda by 2. This is the lambda, and you can say this is nothing but the directivities, where you can find your lambda by 2 and a lambda having greater directivities as compared to the other two antennas. Okay, gain 1.28, 1.36 and 4.58. You can convert it into the dBs. So this is all about the comparison of antennas lambda by 4, lambda by 2 and a lambda. Okay, 2 lambda is not possible in the laboratory, that's why we have not compared it with other lambdas. So this is all about this particular practical. Thank you.